What's up, y'all? Been out here working. What's up to the squad? So y'all can see I kind of been tearing things down a little bit. Got the inner fender out because the splash shield. Because I had to route my return line from the fuel pressure gauge. So what I did was I ran it from the bottom and I just ran it through that hole right there into the wheel well. And see if I can get y'all up in here to see what I did. So you can see that came through that hole right there, and then it runs up under the car, and from there it runs to the back. So hopefully y'all can see that. Let's see. So you can see I just ran it right alongside the other one all the way to the back. So now they are hanging in the back, the supply line and the return line and the vapor line. So now I just got to put the gas tank up. But I'm not going to put it up. I'm going to hook it up, but I'm not going to actually put it in the car because I got to check it for leaks. So I'm getting there, y'all. Let's see. So I got as you can see, I got the AC lines in. Let me move this wrench out the way. So the AC lines are in. So they're hooked to the condenser. One goes right there to the air dryer, the accumulator. And then the other one goes to the compressor. So I got the compressor all hooked in. So now the AC system is sealed and closed up. It can be charged. Of course, you can't charge it till you run the motor. Got the relay in, the starter motor relay in right there. And I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with the wiring, with all of this. And I'm thinking I may unhook that. And go through. Hopefully y'all can see that, but there's a hole right here. And I was thinking about feeding this into the wheel well and putting this on the back side, like it would be sitting in here on the inside of the fender. Take the splash shield off this side and mount that on the inside. And I may do that if I can't find a way to clean all this up. So I still have to put my MSD box here. So I'm gonna mount that here. So I do have a cover that is supposed to cover some of this, but I don't know how well it's gonna cover it until I actually. So what I'll probably do is just get everything hooked up and then run the car, make sure it's good, make sure the timing is good and everything is hooked up right. And then once I get it running real good, then I can decide to unhook stuff and put it in the fender and all. I don't want to do all that and then end up having to go back in and do all that just to unhook it all. So I am getting there. Also, I showed y'all pictures of the dash out the car. Let me go around this side. Got the jacks over there. So I did put the dash back up. So the dash is back in. There is some wiring that needs to be done to some critical portions of the car. So if you can see that rolled up piece of wire right there, that's like 8 wires that need to be wired into the check engine light, fuel pump, AC controls. There's a tachometer wire. Don't really need that, but it's there. And some other little wiring. But for the most part, I got everything wired up back there. And this part here is a whole different ball game. So some of the wiring that's under the hood I actually won't need, but I won't know. Let me put some light on that. So this is my fuse panel. And I know it looks like it's probably burned or whatever, but that's not burned. It's just when they painted my dash, they kind of sprayed that too. So it kind of got some of the black paint on the fuses and stuff. So I'm going to pull all those fuses, even though they good. I still want them to be color coded and all that. So I'm going to just pull them all and replace them with brand new ones. And I may even take this bracket here and have it powder coated. Or just paint it or something. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be covered with a cover anyway, but I kind of like to hit everything. But the wheel is still down because I'm not really sure if I may have to drop the dash back down. And that's a possibility, but it's not a big deal because it's just 5 little screws across the top, and then one screw here in the corner, and then another screw on the other side in the corner, and the dash will come right back down. So no big deal there if that's what needs to be done, but it actually makes it easier to get in and out of here with the dash up instead of sitting down. But I'm almost done in here, but this looks a mess. I know it does, but it's an organized mess, if that makes sense. Like once this wheel goes back up and everything gets plugged back up, then a lot of these wires will not be hanging anymore. And so what I'm gonna probably do is go to an electrician. So out here I mess with a place called Harrison Electric, and they do a really good job, and they know Mustangs inside and out. Let me throw this in there. And so I am almost done. Here's the gas tank here. So I can actually drop this under the car right now. I got to go get the cover. I painted the cover also. So the cover is a silver color. And so I'm almost there, y'all. I'm getting there. It's a task, but I'm getting there. So it looks like under the hood, I am pretty much finished under here, other than a little bit of stuff here. I'm gonna wire the fans, and that's just clipping those ends off right there that you can see hanging with the white tips. I'm gonna clip those off, band them together, loom them, but connect them together, and then it's gonna wire into this little set of wires right here. This is the fan controller here, and that should take me about, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes or so. I'll probably get to that in a few minutes, but I just wanted to make sure that I actually got the hoses ran to the back. So now I am hosed up. Fuel system is just about complete. All I got to do is just put the gas tank back there and I'll be good to go. And I'm getting there. So if you guys have any questions about what I'm doing here, how I did it, what it took, because I realize that I'm not doing how-to videos, but it's because I'm by myself most of the time. So trying to film a how-to and all that is sometimes a little hard when you're working and you're holding the camera and all that. So anything that you've seen in any of my videos, and I have did a lot of work to this car, so I really understand this car pretty much front to back, top to bottom. So if there's anything that you need to know, if the videos that I'm showing you are not specific, if you need me to point at a certain part or show you what I did, or you know what it took to get it all done, just drop a comment, or shoot me a message. Either way, I will go back, I will find out what it is that you're trying to look at, and I will help you out with that. And I always got parts that I'm not using, and I'm always willing to help another builder that's building a car like this, because of course I got car parts for a car like this because that's what I'm building. But like right now I got a water pump, I got a throttle body and EGR spacer, I got a fuel rail kit with the crossover line blue anodized. What else I got? I got so many parts. I got a Ford Racing complete throttle clutch cable kit with the firewall adjuster and the clutch quadrant. So I got the cable, the quadrant, the firewall adjuster, and the little screws to mount the bracket and all that. All brand new stuff. It's in my videos. If you go through the videos, you'll see what I have. And I have more stuff that I'm not going to be using. And most of it is brand new, straight out the box, and never been used. It's just I switched up at a certain point and I just went a different route. So I ended up with a bunch of parts. Like, just say, for instance, this right here. I bought this. This is a battery mounting. The battery mounting for the well, it's chrome. Let me see if I can get this out. I'm trying to show it to y'all. Excuse the camera for a second. I'll cut that away, hopefully. Okay, so if you can see this real good, it's in the pack. I realize that, but this is a complete battery mounting kit, so you can get rid of the black plastic one that sits over there on the driver's side, and you can mount that. I won't be using that because I'm putting my battery in the trunk. So, you know, it's stuff like that that I bought that I'm not using. Here's a thermostat housing, and I went with a electric fan setup, and the housing that I needed has a threaded area for a thermostat. This is the factory one. It's made for, you know, a regular fan, not electric fans. So as you can see, let me see if that'll clear up for y'all. That is a Ford Racing. That is a original Ford part. For whatever reason, that don't seem to be focusing very well. So anyway, this is an original Ford part. I don't know why this is not focusing in for you guys. See if I can figure out what's going on. Because this thing. Okay, well, anyway, it's not focusing. I don't know why, but it should